I don't care what you've done in the past. I don't care what I've done in the past. Somehow or another, we have to see each other as human beings, people of value, people of worth. If we can finally get to that point, then even though we have different experiences, I can begin to hear your story and you can hear my story.
We find ourselves in a situation where we have this opportunity to learn through each other's experience what the truth was. The truth, once it's understood, I mean truly understood, it becomes a liberating moment and we can grow from there.
I don't know if you can ever really understand truth unless you're willing to look at it from multiple perspectives, right? There's multiple truths, there isn't one truth. They all do connect, they diverge and converge, but to get to that point, again, you have to have this very honest dialogue with everybody who makes this community up.
Truth is to be able to identify the issues, identify the causes of those issues, and identify solutions, and identify the types of individuals and entities that are necessary to move the needle to change where we are.
Everyone says, well, you can have your truth and I can have my truth and everyone can believe something totally different. I personally don't believe in that. I think that there is an account of what has transpired. So I think that as the commission, the goal is to give an account of what that collective truth is.
The truth is what you believe, what I believe, and somewhere in between. The difference with this process is that we're actually going to look at concrete things, that is public policy, and how that public policy impacted what then happened for housing or health or whatever. And I think that that's what's really important to me, is that we bring that out, because I've never known that to happen.
Well, first, I think it's an outstanding endeavor in this city, in this area, to reckon with the things that is causing so much pain and suffering. I think will be one of the most significant things that will help eliminate the pain and suffering that we experience in this area.
There's a formula that race prejudice plus power equals racism. It's that race prejudice that is the internal values that people learn. What people need to understand is that we need to attack racism at that level, at that value level, and that simply saying it's illegal to discriminate isn't enough. We need to say, we all need to understand that we are our brother's keepers.
I'm looking for healing and transformation, and I see this as an opportunity to bring that to Detroit and to the greater metropolitan community. You can't have peace without justice, and you can't have justice without truth or without trust. And so that's the first step to healing, the first step to bridging, is to understand.
I'm looking forward to doing the interviews and talking to Metro Detroiters about their experiences growing up here in this area, some of their heartaches, their heartbreaks, their triumphs, and some of their successes, and how it's really shaped our region to be who we are today, and really positions us for, I think, a very exciting future.
I think it's time to have a conversation, a real conversation, about racism, about classism, about gender issues, but not just for the sake of a discussion, but for the sake of how do we plan and move forward.
It's time for the discussions to end and for action to take place. We've had the same issues, the same disparities for quite a long time, long before I came around, but certainly I've seen that in my lifetime. And while there's been progress, this area as a region is far below what it needs to be.
If you can see daylight where there was only darkness before, if you can see people who at one point in time wouldn't give each other an honest understanding of who each were, who are now able to do that, and then that gives strength to others, I think it becomes not an avalanche, but a snowball.
It seems to me with Detroit going through a renaissance, it's a perfect time to look at the past, see where we are, and and learn from the past and build a different kind of future for tomorrow.